Wiley, first off, thank you very much for coming in so close to Christmas.
Yes, brother.
I know you brought your daughter with you as well. Hanging out the back, all right?
You right, Leo?
She's a bit shy. So, good Christmas?
Yeah, definitely, man. I was just like concentrating on the family side of it and trying to like get the presents for the children. And that big rush there, you know, like when everyone ain't done it yet, and then it's the 23rd and people and getting on it. Yeah, that's what I was on.
I can imagine I don't know, it's almost impossible, as busy as you must be, to kind of get out and just do some normal family stuff, right?
Yeah, no, it's actually really hard. Before, I used to sort of try and go to the park and stuff, but then, you know what it is, like when I go out sometimes and I just bump into people, and sometimes I can't trust what might happen that day. You know, like I might bump into 20 youths and then they might not understand I'm with my daughter, and then they, you know what I mean? It's weird, it is weird, but I try and like steer clear from any harm.
So just to touch on that briefly, you mentioned about people just sort of wandering up to you, because you're sort of seen as this like godfather of a scene, right?
Of a scene,
so you must get people handing you demos, asking you for advice. You never just want to just, I don't know, tell them, can you go away, sort of leave me alone?
No, you know what it is? Every time I look at one of them people, I just see myself, bro. 10 years ago, and that is probably what keeps me grounded and even like to liaise and talk to them, because if I was to sort of have the attitude where I was like, you pass me the demo and I'm like, oh yeah, whatever, I'm shelf it, maybe I wouldn't find new talents and new, you know what I mean? So sometimes it is good and just not to get smothered. Like someone like Lil Wayne or Drake, they must just get like smothered.
So what are you more interested in? Is it kind of like pushing like Wiley as the brand, or bringing up young talent as well?
I never really knew this until you've just asked me, but now I'm going to have to think carefully. So some days I think that if I wasn't the person who helped everyone, or I wasn't that figure, maybe I wouldn't be me. Maybe I had to do that to earn stripes and stuff in the areas where I didn't earn them. You know, like Dizzee come along, you heard him, and he earned his stripe as soon as you've heard him. Chipmunk come along, he earned his stripe. Kano earned his stripe. But sometimes I think that when I first came along, I wasn't that good. Like I maybe tricked people a bit into thinking that, raw, Wiley, this person, when really I just had a flavour maybe. But it took me from then, so Dizzee, everyone's good, to today. Like when I spit or I'm in at home and I'll do a freestyle, I listen back and think, wow, I've actually improved. I feel like, rather than I was heavy in 2003 and then now it's 2009 and I got songs but I'm a bit washed up with my lyrics, you know what I mean? I feel like I've definitely got better, as opposed to where Kano and Dizzee started great and then now everyone's walking around saying, rah, I'm better than them. I got Chipmunk in my ear saying, nah, I'm better than them. And I can't even, you know, like I can't argue with the kid because he's my little dog, so I'm not going to argue with him, but that makes me think them two, Kano and Dizzee, maybe it's not a bad thing, like he ain't dissing them or nothing like that, but maybe they've looked at it the other way and they've elevated and got all the money and got to there and forgot about being good. It's wild, isn't it?
So mentioning Chipmunk there, right?
Yeah.
Who I saw perform at 1's live this year.
Yeah.
And to me, it was amazing to see him last year walking around the crowd just as a normal punter, and then this year he's like the main act. He had like 15,000 people singing back his song to him. Yeah. When you see some of these artists who you've almost practically raised, right, off of your music, just a few. Yeah. Is it a proud thing? Is it a little bit? Nah, look at this.
It's a proud thing, but you know what it is when they look back at me and say, "Yeah, you're an old thing," it turns into not proud anymore, and it turns into this. Okay. Lads, you're there, ironic, you're there. Now let me go to the studio, and go to the studio. When I walk out, I press play, and if what press play comes out of me, and I think I'm there as well. Because sometimes they're there, and they're looking back at me like, we're ahead of you, not knowing that I'm just might be chilling. But then now, since Take That, it changed it again. Like everyone ringing me from the whole universe, this, that, rare tape, and then I thought, well, it shows, innit? Like maybe when Tinchy was up there, a lot of people must have been ringing him, and the same thing, and he must have been thinking, "Wow, it's mad."
So you spoke at the beginning of the year. You're talking about some of your plans for 2009.
Yeah.
We didn't see Take That in the equation. Was it really as simple as you called Chufu called
back.
straight back?
I was working. I had Take That the beat got sent over then. So imagine it was like beginning of 09. So the beat was there. And Ed Howard from Warner, he had 8 beats from Chufu. He sent them to my email. So they're just there. I was pondering on them. And then I done Never Be a Woman. I done a track called Living It Up. I got them 2 signed, but they got blocked. So then I'm sitting there thinking, well, no one cares. I've got 2 singles signed. They ain't released yet. And the year is going to be over in a minute. So obviously I've listened to that Chufu and I've pressed play. I didn't like it, I'll be honest with you. I kept listening. But then every time it kept going, I just keep thinking like, not bonkers, but yeah, bonkers. It kept making me think, right, this could be the next step to bonkers. And I'm not even trying to copy Dizzee because I done Rolex. So, you know what I mean? And then, and I kept listening to it and I wrote it. And it come out of the blue. And then Radio 1 liked it. And still no one was signing it. Then one day, one of you lots just gave me the big up. And then they rung me, bro.
I'm quite interested to hear that you said that you weren't sort of worried about it being drawn comparisons to Bonkers or anything like that.
You know why? Because they sent me Bonkers before they sent it to him. Anyway, so I had Bonkers sitting there, but it's just that those words, I wake up every day, they never came out of my mouth. Nothing did. I just kept listening to it. Ding, 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 ding. And then it was just, nothing come to me still.
Wow. So do you reckon in 2010, that's going to be sort of like the new sound? Because obviously yourself...
Nah. You know why? Because it's a bit Azido, the bass, for me.
Do you reckon it's sort of flavour of the month?
Yeah, like, I've been there before, and it's not really. I prefer to listen to, and again, how many more dances, and again. That's what really gets me. But like with my label, they just look at me like Dr. Alban. They just want me to be a dance artist, you know what I mean? Killing me out there.
So, but it's out now though.
Yeah,
right?
Definitely. Singles out now. Take that. Great dance track. It's mad tune. I was raving to it myself. I couldn't believe it. What the producer's done to make it reach that height. Like take that. Mad.
There's a little bit of office poll going on at the moment.
Yeah.
As to which member of Take That you saw in the Bedford nightclub.
Mark Owen. Was I meant to say that? Mark Owen.
It was Mark
Owen.
I had Gary down.
Yeah, no, Mark Owen.
Now, we can't let you leave without talking to us about some of your plans for 2010. Obviously, we don't want you to lay down the entire batter plan.
Yeah, just a little
bit.
But
just a little tease.
Alright, cool. So yesterday, Wiley, Chipmunk, Kano and Skepta was in the studio. Yesterday, because we realised one thing. We was listening to Forever with Lil Wayne and Drake and thing. And obviously, we've linked up before, we've done stuff, but we watched that and we realised that Eminem was 20 miles ahead of everyone. So this is what I said to them, yeah. In 210, we need to do a little bit more of competition on song, but not war. That is what it's... So you're going to hear a song, it might be a Fraser T beat, whatever, and it's got Wiley, stars on it, basically. Come on, stars, let's be together. Because we could all run off in different directions, but let's stick together. Loads of people, they just go in their own direction, bro. Even me. Like, I could be, when I first get to Wiley, I might turn right and just think I'm Wiley. When really, if I turn left and buck my man, then we could be Wiley, and them, you know what I mean? That's where I'm really upset about that, because we used to do it on the roof, pirate radio, with nothing, and then when everyone gets some money, it's mad. But at least Chipmunk, Wiley, Kano, there's a few people, Scorchers, they all sort of know that, right, if we work together, we can get there.